Your paycheck vanishes before the month even starts. You're not imagining it, and you're not failing at budgeting. Here's a plan that fits a lean wallet and actually sticks. It's practical, simple, and doesn't require drama or perfect luck to make work. First, know your numbers. Start by writing down every source of money you get this month, even if it's small. Include pay, child support, gifts, or side gigs. Next, list your must-haves. These are rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, medications, phone, and basic insurance. Put rough dollar amounts next to each item, then note your debts and minimum payments. Credit cards, payday loans, or personal loans are all part of the picture. Don't fret. This is just to see the real math. Finally, write down your savings goal. Even a tiny amount counts as a victory. You don't need a big nest egg to start, you need a consistent habit. Think of money as 3 jars you can move money between. This is the core of the plan and the key to making it feel doable. The first jar is the must-have jar. This is the money that keeps you housed, fed, and safe. Rent, utilities, groceries, transport, and essential medicine go here. The second jar is the save jar. This is for emergencies and for paying off debt faster. Start with a tiny target if needed and grow it as you can. The third jar is the grow jar. This one is for money that builds your future. A small start here can still matter, especially if you add to it regularly. Set up automatic transfers from your checking to each jar. Do it on payday so the money moves before you see it. If you can't automate every jar, automate at least must-have first, then save, then grow. Now, design your weekly budget around those jars. For must-have, fix the numbers so the basics are always covered. For save, decide a real number you can reach each month even if it's small. For grow, reserve a little each week or month for growth, not just bills. Let's talk about the weekly rhythm. Every week, review what happened with 3 questions. Did I cover the must-have? Did I move money to save and grow? What surprised me this week that I didn't plan for? Keep your grocery plan simple. Make a basic list, check prices, and buy only what you will actually cook. Use sales and bulk on staples, but compare unit prices to get real value. Plan 2 or 3 meals for the week with leftovers built in. This reduces waste and lowers costs. A grocery trip that lasts a few days longer can save more than you think. Prepare meals in advance when you have time. A few hours of prep on Sunday can save you money and help you avoid buying fast food. Small wins compound quickly here. Use free or low-cost resources. If you're eligible, apply for programs like SNAP or WIC in the US, and look into local food banks for extra help. These aren't a sign of failure, they're support when times are tight. If you have debt, use the debt snowball or debt avalanche mindset, whichever fits you. Start by paying the smallest balance you can while paying the minimum on others. Small wins here fuel bigger wins later. Automate savings the same way you automate bills. Even if it's just $5 a week, you'll be surprised how fast it grows. The key is consistency, not amount. Consider micro-investing as a non-negotiable option, not an afterthought. If you have earned income, you can start with a small amount each month. Look for apps that let you buy fractional shares or round up purchases into an investment pool. Don't fear the stock market. You don't need a fortune to begin. The goal is to participate, learn, and let time do the heavy lifting. Start with a safe approach and build from there. Take advantage of tax credits and refunds when you file taxes. The Earned Income Tax Credit can be substantial for low to moderate income households. If you're unsure, use free tax prep services or VTA to get it right. A bigger refund can act like a surprise boost to your grow or save jars. Keep an eye on your credit score. A better score can lower your borrowing costs later, which helps when you need a bigger purchase or a car loan. Pay bills on time, reduce balances, and don't open far more credit lines than you need. Avoid high-interest debt whenever possible. If you're faced with a high-interest loan, write down a plan to pay it off with the least pain possible using your debt jar as a target. High-rate debt can undo your careful budgeting in days. Build a simple, repeatable habit. One small action every day or every week compounds. A few minutes of review, a quick meal plan, and a tiny auto transfer can change your month. Here's a concrete example to make it real. Meet Maria. She earns about $2,100 a month after taxes. She rents a small apartment, pays utilities, buys groceries, and takes 2 buses to work. Maria sets up her 3 jars. Must-have gets $1 in $300 for rent, utilities, groceries, and transport. Save gets $100, and grow gets $50. She automates transfers every payday, so the money moves automatically. She creates a simple weekly plan. She spends 60 minutes Sunday planning meals for the week, checking her pantry, and making a grocery list. She sticks to the list, uses coupons, and buys only what she needs. Maria uses free community resources for extra help when needed. She checks if she qualifies for tax credits and looks into any local food programs or discounts. She keeps new receipts and notes every week to improve next month. Her debt plan targets the smallest card first, paying as much as she can each month while maintaining minimum payments on others. This keeps momentum and reduces anxiety about debts. Maria begins to invest with a tiny amount. She signs up for a micro-investing app and commits $5 a week. It feels modest, but over a year it would grow and offer a learning platform for her. She tracks progress in a simple notebook. Each week she marks must-have coverage, jar movements, and any surprising expenses. She writes down one lesson learned and one change she will try next week. Month by month, Maria sees small changes. Her emergency fund grows, her debt shines with smaller balances, and her investing experiment teaches her how market moves feel. The routine becomes second nature. What if a big unexpected expense comes up? The must-have jar should stay intact. The save jar can take a small hit, only after you've protected essentials. If emergencies exceed the save jar, seek community resources or talk to a credit counselor for a guided plan. There are common missteps to avoid. Don't try to do everything at once. Too many rules can collapse under pressure. Start with 1 or 2 changes you can keep. Don't chase glamorous wallets. The goal is predictability, not perfection. A steady, boring budget beats a flashy, dramatic one that falls apart. Be honest with yourself about temptations. If online shopping or eating out is a pattern, create a pre-commitment rule. Only spend from the must-have jar on real needs and move a portion to save before any grow. Keep your expectations realistic. Building wealth on a low income takes time, patience, and steady effort. Small steps repeated often add up more than big leaps that don't last. Now, a quick recap of the actionable parts you can start today. List your income and must-haves. Pick 3 jars: must, save, grow. Set automatic transfers on payday. Review weekly with 3 questions. Did I cover must? Did I move money to save and grow? What surprised me this week? Budgeting on a low income isn't about perfection. It's about reducing anxiety and creating a repeatable system you can trust. It's about leveraging small amounts today to gain options tomorrow. If you found this approach helpful, try it for 1 month. See how it changes the way you feel about money and your future. Then adjust as you go and keep building. Remember, you're not alone in this. Many people in the US are balancing tight budgets with big hopes. A small, steady plan can turn that hope into a real, growing habit. If you've tried a version of this before, tell me what worked or what didn't in the comments. Your experience might help someone else who's watching now. If you want more ideas like this, hit like and subscribe. I'll share another practical plan next week that fits small paychecks and busy lives. Share this video with someone who could use a calmer, clearer path to budget life. You never know who's waiting for a simple system to finally click. Leave a comment with your biggest budget win from this month, or tell me what part of the jar system you'd love to customize. Your question could become the next video. The basics are simple, but the impact can be real. Start today with 1 jar, 1 transfer, and 1 meal plan. Let the habit grow from there. Thanks for sticking with me. You've got a plan to budget on a low income in the US, and you can start right after this video ends. If you're ready to carry this forward, like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your budget question or a win you've had this week. Let's build something steady together.